And hello everyone and welcome. Hello everyone, welcome to see the corner make it. Yes, corner make it works. That's splendid. Make it, I need 5 more minutes. Well, what a coincidence, Farmer Main. I also need just 5 more minutes. Hold on, let me make myself some coffee for this 5 more minutes. Because we just need... Yeah, I have some coffee. You know what? It's day old. Could be worse. Long time to see you all. Hi, how you doing, Farmer Main? How's life treating you? Let me just open this up. There we go. Now what we need is new file, one off, then delete one of the fields. Election field 1. Oh, doesn't matter which one, actually. Election field 1, yes. And then right here, this, and then. Oh, but this won't be shit. Mr. Blue Sky, please hide away for so long. It's a place to be with you. Hi, the generic person. How you doing? Averaging it out. I can't take it anymore. What does that mean? Bad good, averaging it out? What does averaging it out mean? I'm not familiar with that kind of activity. Oh, there was an anti-electron in the corner. Oh. Yeah. I really need to say anti-electrons for this video because otherwise... Oh no, this is an anti-quirk, by the way. But I really need to say anti-electrons for this video because the name positron is so fucking confusing to new people. Because this is the only anti-particle that has a special name, and it has no reason to have a special name. They need to explain to people that it's not actually because of charge, because it's anti-particle. Had an exam and I failed it, but I probably can't continue, but then I have to pay money for university in so-called free education. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Thalmain. I really am sorry to hear. Wait, so you can't, like, repeat the exam? Okay, in the meantime, also, it's going, I need to... And this time, we still have... Oh, my stream is dying. There we go, it's back. This time, we once again have just animations to render, but they are taking such a much quicker time that I genuinely believe we can render all of them on screen. Because this segment right here, this last segment right there, is all we need to do. That is it. That's it. Oh, I see. Well, that's really unfortunate. But can't you even repeat that next year or something? Isn't that... Wait, hold on, let me just... play myself some kind of mix. Oh, playlist for when I'm about to have a mental breakdown. I'm not about to have a mental breakdown, but it's a good playlist nonetheless, so I'm gonna play it for myself. They are lying behind the year, which would write the fucking masters. I see. Well, in that case, I'm just sorry. I really can't help you, unfortunately, but I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it'll work out for you. That's the best I can say. Um, Damn it! I asked Remco about what high energy should mean, and I do believe it wasn't the amplitude. It was the speed at which it oscillated. Yes, I think. You can have me PayPal me 500k. I don't have that money. Take out a loan or something. They wouldn't let me take that kind of loan. I doubt they would let me take a loan. End the sentence there. Going to the bank. Hello, I have no assets you can take, nor a sustainable source of income. I would like a loan. That's not bad actually. It could be much worse. That's not bad. Glass half full. Always glass has to be half full, because if glass is not half full, then we're dying of thirst. Okay, and what now? This right here. Okay, this can be good if we handle it well. That is, if we do... Oh, but it's also gonna be a mess. Oh, it's gonna be a bit of a mess. Right here, the bottom one is... Oh yeah, okay, it goes up here. Oh, it's gonna be a bit of a mess, because what we need to do is we need to increase the speed to 20. Actually, let's do 30. Wait, let's do 40 right here. Let's do 30 right here. Oh, my phone just beeped at me for some reason. Shut up! What do you need? Why are you so hot? Oh, piss off! Shut up! Oh my goodness, I'm gonna lose my mind. Give me a second, I need to sort out my mail. You know what? We truly live in a society in which I can sort out my mail, but I can't sort out my female. The patriarchy! Alright, this. Oh, that's curious. Wait, I got some mails that actually matter. The MA in make it stands for matriarchal. By the way, Lycan, I wouldn't. You have to know something, right? Here's the thing. Lycan, no, because this is important. A while back ago, you joined on the stream and you had a joke about fags, as in cigarettes. A gay joke about cigarettes. And I couldn't remember it today. I had the perfect opportunity to say it. And I couldn't remember what it was. So what I settled for is I just said, I just had to do my own version, which is I said, a fag without a fag is like an angel without wings. But it just didn't hit the same. Yeah, and it bugs me that I could. It's so funny, don't get me wrong, I still like it. But it bugs me that I couldn't remember yours. I don't know if you can remember if you were high. Why's my thing in German? The minimum pass is 60%. And I got 59! Oh no, that's terrible. Oh, that is terrible. You passed pretty well. Oh, and my university is the only one to have fully computerized so-called flag exams, in which I can't do shit because it's saved on the server. Can't do shit. Fucking hell. I'm just sorry. It's... Oh, right, you were missing an animation as well. Shit. Sorry, have to. I had to spit it out. Well, I'm glad to be here for you then, but it's still... It's so infuriating. Because this is 1%. Absolutely terrible. Ah, damn it. Alright. Right here, each subsequent animation will take even less time because it'll be looped over quicker and quicker. We're on minute 15 right now. The total video will be at most 22. Oh shit, I still didn't get Remco's line. Fuck. Fuck! Why did I get Remco's line? No, Remco's asleep right now. Shit! I'm currently finishing my first year to become electrical engineer. I want to say that I found it really funny that most of your videos were relevant to the course I learned this year. And thank you very much. Well, I'm glad you liked it, Iris. I'm glad you liked them. And I hope you'll enjoy the ones to come. Ah, damn it. Okay. It's so annoying because yesterday I talked with Remco. I could have just. Oh, this really was 20, which means it'll be 10. I could have just. Damn it! Ah, whatever. I messed up. I'll have to rewrite the ending of the video a bit. Okay, there we go. One question wrong and I can't do my job, but one question right, then I could give you morphine on the pinky promise. I wouldn't kill them. I get what you mean. There really should be some kind of like smooth gradient instead of a hard kind of line, where if you're close enough, you get at least something. And then 5, I do believe. Oh no. There we go. I think switch. This is making it really hard to concentrate. Okay, so this right here is meant to be a setup for the electron annihilation. Electron annihilation that would create muons, to be more exact. The whole point is that you give electrons a lot of energy. Well, you get an electron, anti-electron, a lot of energy. They annihilate, and congrats, you still get the whole scattering bit. They annihilate, they create photons, but these photons have so much energy they can actually merge again together to create muons. There we go. I think 10s were just fine. Hi Bernard, I feel so fucked right now. Do you want to talk about it? Why you feel well? Oh no, that coffee. Oh, that's disgusting. Okay, I thought that coffee that was just sitting for a day would be fine, but like, oh, that tastes like death. That tastes like death. Oh my goodness. I need something to wash it down with. Have a beer, I guess. That was just the taste of death. This stream is so sad, oh my god. I don't... No. This is the wrong way to think about that. Listen. Just because some place is a good place to vent doesn't mean it has to be sad. Alright? Bad things happen. Bad things happen all the time. And it does happen. And sometimes you need to talk about it. And that's better even than sitting in silence, because when you sit in silence, you're gonna suffer alone for no fucking reason. To me, the fact that we get a place where we can talk about all the sad things, the fact that we get a place where we can share, and the fact that we get a place where we can vent, is good. It is the opposite of sad. It makes everyone feel better. I mean, a lot of bad things happen to me as well. Like the coffee tasted like that right now. Okay, in this case what we need is actually another field. Because this is an high energy electron, high energy anti-electron, and what we need is some kind of field that will accept where those energies will go. We don't have to move it all that far back, we can move it 0.2 actually, it can be really close by. Coffee always tastes like shit. Not always. I had one good one. I did have one good cup of coffee once. I guess I could make myself some tea. I do have tea. Hold on. I'm gonna try something. Which is that I have like a lemony, syrupy sort of thing. How to describe? Cough syrup. I'm gonna try to make myself some tea with that, because on paper it seems like a good idea. But to be fair, on paper is where you can draw... I'm not gonna even finish that joke, doesn't matter. There we go, we have our two fields. Oh shucks, this is a 5. No, it's meant to be a 10. No, 5. Which means it should be like this. Right here, we need this to be a 10. Actually, no, we need this to be 40. But then inside of the electron field, we need to multiply it by... Ah, shucks. Because you divide by... Why is it so difficult? This goes up to 40. Yeah. Multiply by 4? Did I get that right the first try? That'd be impressive. If I managed to get that on the first try, that would be impressive. Why did the truncated modulo then, actually? If we were taking a fraction anyway. I am so confused. Unless this is just because it divides. You know what? I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm just gonna render the gift horse. Okay, hold on, I need to... There's my tea. Oh, smells lovely. You've convinced me. I have tea. I've made myself some tea. Farm program is BSc in biochemistry, a few energy classes. I know what BSc is. Refund sounds like a drug to get ready for studying pharmacy studies. For a brand new formula, you too can study pharmacy without dying. Okay, there we go. This is the last one. It's so much better now that it takes such a small amount of time. The pickle in this case that I would really like it to dissolve or yeah, and then in this case they have to annihilate, which means they just have to come together. Simple as it could be. Then here's what we do. We do 60 and we do 1, and then we just move both of these electrons to the same spot. There we go, and as they disappear, the electromagnetic field gets itself 2 photons. Actually, these photons also should be high energy, so this could be good. Let's do -1.3 and let's do -1.3. Yeah, but in this case we want math multiplied by 4. Is it really multiplied by 4? That feels too easy. No, it looks to be working. Alright, I'm not gonna question it. I made this. I should know, but oh well. Bachelor degree in science. Oh, bachelor's degree. Oh, I see. Listen, I don't know. I don't know this whole thing. Yeah, so I suppose that would be bachelor's, master's, and doctorate. I always forget about bachelor's. I always forget that bachelor's is a thing. I don't... I genuinely always forget about it. It's weird because it feels like there are so many different degrees you can have, but these are just like a couple. Now I'm guessing the first one would be bachelor's, wouldn't it, still? But to be fair, I have no clue, so... Photons. 2 photons, not 1. Bachelor is the highest undergraduate degree. Wait, so there are other degrees. There are other undergraduate degrees. Wait, what are other undergraduate degrees then? Wait. There are other undergraduate. I am baffled. Associate's degree is right below the academic. Associates? How many degrees are there? What? Since when? Scientific degrees. I'll be honest, I don't... I never bothered to look into the degrees all that much, simply because... Well, I know of masters and I know of PhDs. So, it's kind of like the only ones I interact with. When I read when I read a book on LibraText, it's written by someone whose name ends in a PhD, so you know. Is major a degree, or does that just specify which, like, what you majored in? Opening up the whole book now. Okay, it's still going. Science degrees, let's do it. That pay well. Oh, shut up. Hierarchy. Hierarchy of the sciences? What is that? No. Bachelor's give 4 years, master's is a minimum 5 years, PhD is at least 6 years in the US. That's not what I meant. What even is that? Absolutely not. Well, levels, progression, I don't know. I'm not sure it's the other country. In my country, after you finish the equivalent of high school, there is what's called industrial first degree, and then second degree, then doctor. Okay, so at least like most countries are consistent in that there are 3 real degrees. Bachelor's, master's, doctorate, right? That's the 3 real. All the other ones are just pretending. Undergraduate. Wait, hold on. You know what? I'm not gonna even. I will not even. Degree progression. University of South Carolina. Yeah, that's fine. Progress. Oh, okay. Hold on. This. Then what we need is another 10 frames, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. This of equivalent to bachelor's, seconds to masters. All right, that's good at least. There is some consistency across. I'm a 4+1 masters in bioinformatics, meaning that after my 4-year bachelor's, I can get my master's a year later. That's like wait, okay, hold on. So that means bachelor's is semi-independent of masters, right? Because if you're doing a 4+1, that's kind of like doing masters and bachelor's in parallel. Or am I thinking of it too much like a computer scientist? Yes, okay. Well, that's screwing with my head again a bit. I'm struggling to understand the purpose, to be completely honest. Because, okay, the purpose of master's degree and doctorate is that you have a specific proof that you spent a lot of time like learning about the topic. But when it goes to the lower ones, wouldn't just students, choir student, night student, landowner student. It's Lord, the name is. That's Lord. Okay, right here what we need right now is we need to create a new field. This field will be, let's do 110, so 710, like this. This field will be further in the back because that will be the muonic field. So we go up, we can copy the electron field for it because that will be just fine. And then 0.4. There we go. Then in this mu1 field maps, I may be coming biased, but there should only be 2 titles, Masters and PhDs. I just don't understand where the lower titles would... well, not titles, okay, this is the degree. It's... Bachelor's one for master versions of is necessary. If I saw the list, Titles in Crusader Kings 3. I just think it's funny that a master's degree literally means just like being a master. So Flame right now is legally a master of chemistry. Okay, Flame is legally a master of chemistry. And I find that incredible. Okay, 95 is where the muons have to appear. Now muons, unlike all the other particles, will be slower. There we go. I want to be a mistress of bioinformatics. Okay, right here. Okay, we are fairly... I really don't enjoy when there's the last stages of the video where the only thing I'm held back by is the render time. Very annoying. I want to be the Pope of organic chemistry. Splendid. Speaking of chemistry, my chemistry professor sucks ass. Oh, is that the one that gives out lectures by not giving out lectures? Okay. That one. Ah, what a lovely waiting stream, isn't it? That's my math lecture. Oh, never mind then. Right to punch the higher ups. My chemistry professor gives non-answers to legitimate questions students have. Okay, give me an example. Because the thing is, Bionet, what you have to realize that people who are like really experienced in the topic, what they consider an answer to a question is different to what people who don't have experience in that topic consider an answer to a question. So, for example, you know, when someone asks me, what is color charge? And if I say, color charge is just the charge that governs the strong interaction, they may not be satisfied with the answer because they want like a real physical explanation to what color charge is. But the thing is, there is no underlying answer. Can I send you my essay where I complain about it? I don't know. Well, I suppose I have some time to kill. Depends how much you mind me reading it on stream. Because I'm, you know, kind of streaming at the moment, so it will be odd to just go silent for only a couple of minutes. Oh, this thing, right, what day is it today? 23rd. Day 10, 11. Okay, so we need to make day 11. And so far, go ahead and stream. Yeah, sure, go for it then. We are on minute 15 thirds out of 23. So it should be 15.6 divided by 23. 0.6. 2.65 more exactly, so it should be 13. Okay.
Hi.
Hi, the cats. Jesus, you scared me. Day 11. There we go. It's fun.
What you doing?
I'm working on the video, trying to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun how.
Sorry, what is it?
It's fun how every single day I appear to be going further and further behind on my work.
What do you mean?
I mean what I said. I am really far behind on my work.
Hmm.
I sent it. Alright, hold on. Where did you send it? Oh, automation. Brilliant. Right now what we can do is we can take this, we can set it up to be 50, because we need 40 frames, like this. Then we can do first 13.
Oh my
Discord.
god,
That is very
the art
Bionerd.
the art is good, or just in the,
What, the
in the
Mikut?
channel.
The Mikut.
Yeah, that is amazing. Holy shit.
DMs. Ah, damn it, you've sent it in my DMs. Now I'm gonna need to go look into my DMs. I don't like it when people DM me. It bothers me.
Do you like an idea?
I have a whole server dedicated. Why is Blender not responding? What is your problem? I have a whole server dedicated to myself, and people DM me.
Well, not everyone can put the server, can it?
This 50, which means this should be 50 plus 40. Let's do. Actually, right here we don't need to do 40. We can do 30. So we can do like this. This. It depends on the question. My professor was asked 5 times a semester, what is I? After we had 3 courses across 2 previous semesters, we already learned it's an imaginary constant. There are no dumb questions. There are only dumb answers. But oh my, some of you asking questions are really pushing it. Right here, do I need to... I need this to be 0, negative 10, and 8? 7. I think 7. I won't do imaginary... No, I won't do antiparticles for the higher order, simply because they work in the exact same way and it's just implied.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the alkaline channel. Oh, shut up. Okay, you said I can read it on stream. So I'm going to. Wait, did you genuinely want me to read it on stream? Beforehand, before I show it, like, I want to make that crystal clear. Hi there, Cosminium. I love being able to see the process behind these videos. Incredible work. Well, thank you. My blender is not responding again. Okay. That happens. Loading render canons may take a few minutes the first time. It really shouldn't. It really shouldn't take that long. Sure, I want feedback. Just don't be too rude, people. Okay, I just wanted to ask to make that crystal clear because I'm about to show it, and I always feel uncomfortable showing, like, with other people. Especially since you... Okay. me. Just pop it. Last Thursday, the chem lecturer Sarah Lindell showed me how some teachers dislike being asked questions that pertain to the topic at hand. During the lecture, the topic of periodicity and the arrangement of periodic table was being discussed. Professor Lindell likely looked for student engagement, asked the class about any questions they had about the periodic table and how it's arranged. So I raised my hand and waited for her to call upon me to take my question. I expected a detailed answer given her position as an educator. However, I was told to wait 10 weeks to ask that question again. Jeez, that's the answer I would give if someone asked me a question. Just wait till I make a video of it. That was only the first question from me she chose not to answer. Towards the end of the lecture on Thursday, Professor Lindell briefly went over the 7 elements found exclusively as diatomic molecules, and never as single atoms. When she asked for questions the class had about the topic, I raised my hand still expecting that she would answer the question I had. I asked, what properties do these particular atoms have that makes it so that they bind to other atoms of that specific element? The response I received for that question was to wait 4 weeks to get to that topic. This, combined with the previous question being deflected, upset me. It upset me so much that I explained, really, in front of my class. This emerging pattern of dismissing the questions actively engaged students may be one reason to turn away from pursuing an education in the sciences. I now know the student's perspective of being taught by an unhelpful instructor. If I ever take on the position of an educator, I will not tell students to hold questions they may have now for weeks on end. Being dismissed in this way was hurtful and seemed to say to me that my interest and passion for knowledge was not valued. As I continue my journey as a student, I will be compiling a list of actions and inactions that I find to be hindrance in my learning experience. If asking questions doesn't work, what does? I honestly do not know, but I hope I find out sooner rather than later. You do have a way with words, I do have to say. You have a way with words. That was I felt like I was reading a book. That was writing wise. That's really good. Ah no, this tea isn't better. Isn't much better. I mean, okay. There is. Hold on. What properties about these atoms have to make it? I'm having trouble here because sometimes when people ask me questions, I do genuinely say that you should wait till I make a video on the topic when I'm working on it. Because, like, I mean, if someone from the very beginning asked me how... Well, no, actually, for this video, it's actually pleasant to explain. But 10 weeks to get to electronegativity. I mean, okay, electronegativity as a concept is pretty simple. Wait, 10 weeks? Have you gotten an answer to this question, actually? Or was it not 10 weeks? Was it less than 10 weeks ago? Because I'm curious what kind of answer will... Because here's the thing, when it comes to the periodic table, it's not really organized by electronegativity. Last Thursday's happened, okay. Well, allow me to attempt to give you an answer if I understand your question, because it's probably likely that I don't understand it. How the elements are arranged by electronegativity. Could you elaborate on that? What question you had exactly in mind? Oh, this tea is still terrible. Absolutely and utterly terrible.
What did you do to your tea?
I made it. I added boiled water. Grievous mistake.
Really?
Okay. I'm glad to answer some questions right now because, well, we're rendering in the background. It's gonna take a while.
It's going to relay your questions to physicists to get them completely stumped instead.
Oh, I have a little bit of my. What'd you say?
You're gonna relay the questions to actual physicists to get them completely stumped instead.
This is chemistry.
Oh,
Let me.
okay.
I have a little bit of my rice left from yesterday. I made. I thought the element along the diagonal from left to right was least electronegative to most, from francium and fluorine. That is correct. That is correct. And the reason why this happens is because electronegativity is sort of like an emergent property of the structure of an atom. And basically, well, as you probably know, electronegativity is just, how much an atom wants to attract an electron. Honestly, in my opinion, it's a terrible name, but let's roll with it. And the reason why it goes in diagonal form is because basically the closer an atom is to the structure of a. Let's see, what was that?
Oh, that makes it sound? Sorry, I'm on mute.
Okay, well, the closer an atom is to the structure of a noble gas, the more stable it is. So when you have an atom like fluorine, it is really, really close to the structure of a noble gas, which means that if it gets an additional electron, it will have an extremely stable electron configuration. Now it is lacking a proton, which means it wouldn't be perfectly stable, it would be an ion, but still its electron configuration will be stable. However, the larger and larger atoms get, the less the standard rules of thumb apply to them. And basically, the larger the atom, the less of an atom it becomes, if that makes sense. I'm oversimplifying it slightly because large atoms are just confusing. And so that's basically why you get the mechanic that you get, Basically, the closer to this, the more and more your atom wants to be like a noble gas because it's really close. The closer it is to the bottom line, the more these rules no longer apply because it's just such a massive electron cloud. And so hence why you get the line. This one reduces, this one increases electronegativity, this one decreases electronegativity, which is where we get the diagonal from. The more you know. What's more, right here if I'm not mistaken, ta-da! Look at that. Now, you will get some outliers. For example, palladium is famous for having a weird electron configuration. And that's because the electron configuration of palladium looks like this. As you can see, it has a full 4D shell and an empty 5s. Because it's wacky. So considering how, electronegativity is sort of like an emergent property, it gets a bit muddy, but, Also, hydrogen has a high electronegativity because despite it being right here, it's actually right next to helium. That's what I can think about it. Hope that answers your question. I may have not answered the question, but I hope I helped at least a little bit. change it up slightly. Test.
Okay. Well, let's say you're feeling good though, no?
What'd you say?
At least even though you're behind, you're feeling good.
At least I'm a little behind on feeling good. Is that what you said?
Well, you're behind on video, but you're feeling good, right?
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. Your explanation was helpful and cleared some things up. That could help in that case.
That's good.
Fuck! It's fine. Stop the render. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to plug in time. I forgot to plug in time into a Ionic field. Yeah. Let me guess, right here they're not oscillating. Okay, that's not as bad as it could be, but still. Not great. Not great. Can I reduce the samples even further? It's only like a 4. Would that do anything? I wonder if I need to know the stuff my degree and maybe go to matter engineering. Matter engineering? I haven't heard of that, I'll be honest.
Matter engineering.
I mean, you mean like materials science? Yeah. Okay. It's rendering over again. I need to delete this. File import detected inconsistency. That tends to happen. Don't worry about it. Just start it over. It's a loose translation. Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah. I think it's at least I'm decently certain it's solid either solid state engineering or materials science engineering. No, actually solid state would be more chemistry. I feel like it would be more material science. What's the difference? One of them deals with solid state, the other one deals with solid state. Okay. Right here, for some reason, my Blender refuses to open. But right here, what we would like is actually, in the meantime, as we're waiting, to fill in all of the additional generations of particles.
What will it be? Another cat?
Well, I mean, there will be right here. It's gonna be pretty simple. After this, we'll only be missing Higgs, which is nice. We're really close to finishing the video. We've already almost completed the bingo. The only thing we're missing is the Higgs, which will be the next chapter, and gravity. That's supposed to be at the end. Right here.
Yeah, that'll be lovely.
We turn this off. Right. One because right. Oh. This is meant to be. Go. I also need to animate them. It's going to take a fair. My graphics card's gonna hate me. Take a fair bit. Which is sub-subject to specialize in. The one's called math engineering. Yeah, makes sense. In that case, it does make sense. Okay. Right here we need to make sure that these particles effectively loop once they are 1, there we go. Then 20 highest, so like this. 0, 0, and 0. Specialized superconducting materials. Actually, no, actually it's probably people translation. I got what you meant, so to me it's fine. As long as the translation is conveyed across, it's all fine. Let me mess it up with these. Okay, so right here, what we need is for this one to be 0, this one to be 0. Oh shit! What happened to one of my? Did I just accidentally delete one of my particles?
Uh-oh.
There we go. Okay. 0, 0. Okay, this then half the battle finished, because then right here we need to reverse them. And then, oh, animation is rendering, perfect timing. We'll need to also loop them later on. Okay, splendid. I'm still unsure of what I'm going to do, but it's between something chemistry related or physics. I'll be brutally honest with you, Cosmium. If you're going into higher sciences, then there won't be much of a difference between physics and chemistry. So I'm hoping that will make the choice easier. Thinking about this study when I had Lee was firstly what interested me the most was electricity because of how prominent it is in our lives. Electricity is fun. I really like the chemistry of electricity. I'm waiting for the maker that controls the simulation fucked up and these entire species of particle by accident. I'm curious to find what would happen. Yeah, there was actually supposed to be like 9 quarks, but there was a bit of a misclick by Oned, you know. The whole point there is that protons, neutrons, they weren't meant to be like made out of 3 quarks of 2 different types. They were meant to be made out of 3 quarks of 3 different types. But, well, that happens. And now you have all these wacky things like, you know, neutron can decay into a proton, but proton doesn't decay into a neutron. All of these bugs in reality. Okay.
Of course.
This is going to be an annoying one to explain. there we go. In this case, I have an opportunity to make the music click really nicely with the revelation. May I ask, Make It, what is your education? I, as you probably could have guessed, do not have a formal education. I am self-taught. Self-taught absolutely everything I know.
He's a smart boy.
That's amazing. Well, here's the thing. There is like a movement in modern times where there are a lot of people who are anti-formal education. And that's why, to me, it's always double-edged sword. The reason why I am self-taught and I haven't actually gone to university isn't because I don't think universities work for me or something like that. It's because I'm a generalist, which means I do physics, I do chemistry, I do engineering, I do electricity, computer science, mathematics, I do everything. And the problem is there aren't really any universities for that direction. So that's why I'm self-taught. I just simply don't really have a way for me to progress. And so, in my opinion, if someone actually wants to specialize in chemistry or wants to specialize in physics or wants to specialize in anything, then university is very much the right choice. In my case, I just, well, don't have a university that fits me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, hold on. Okay, in this case, I need one to get an image. Here we go. This one. It's crucial to the video that this image makes it in. It will clear everything up. There we go. Ah, there we go. I think I get it. I know I'm interested in my first interest in higher education and curiosity. I always wanted to understand how the thing works. Yeah, exactly. That's why I ended up where I ended up. Oh no, I feel like we might have lowered the samples a bit too far. If we lowered the samples too far, then well, it will look terrible. I really hope it doesn't.
Okay. Well,
It could be worse so far.
I feel so.
In this case, what we need is we need all of the animations of the articles to loop, which we already have a. We already have a template, which is this right here. This is our template for. Can you really not select group with shift? That's weird. Copy this, then go in right here. There we go. Then this one has to be frame. Fraction goes in there. Then wait, how does the template work again? Okay, the top one into W, bottom one into W. Yes, that does make sense, except in this case we're also going to take a value 0.4, and right now we're going to turn into 0.8, like this. There we go. And to make sure that we plug in the same exact thing into both of them, otherwise it's going to mess up. Okay. And right here, same exact idea. If it won't loop, then I'll need to, this will be the animation that will take a fair bit longer to render, so if it won't loop, we'll just take a fair bit more time. We do everything. And considering how rendering right now is our bottleneck, this off. I just realized your models of the pathos look like infinity stones carved into a ball shape. What do you mean because they're glowing? Is that what you mean?
Maybe because they're different colors.
Of course, that also could be it. This case, okay, I used a 5, which means this is a 0.2, so this one could be... factors going. I mean, if you think about it, they kind of are like the infinity stones of the universe, just, you know, just...
Sure, buddy. Whatever you say, sis.
I really hope I also plugged in the factor on the electron. And in this case, that was 0.2, 0.5, which means this has to be 1.25 in order to complete it. Although it doesn't really matter for it to be this complete. We plug in the factor, that's correct. Then neutrinos, if I recall, were just much slower versions, 1/4. Okay, so same exact thing, the only difference being that it's 1/4. Gotcha. There we go, there we go, there we go. Hi Leo, how you doing? What nonsense are you up to today? Oh, I'm up to particle physics, the greatest nonsense of them all. And in this case divided by 4, which means 0.125. There we go, and then finally the last one. And hopefully this should in fact force that 0.25. In this case close enough. Hopefully this should give us a loop. Because if it doesn't, then once again, that's not going to be great. Especially considering how each frame in this case takes 20 seconds. Or in other words, a fair bit lot. Okay, then this right here frames. What was I doing? I was doing so. Oh yeah, I was editing last, right?
Man.
Right here, this actually would be a perfect time for us to post. If I separate it off right here, then we can actually parallelize this a bit. So we can work on this animation, we can work on this animation, which will make the video faster. So that's the final example of the video, and that is the tritium decay. Tritium decay is going to be neat because it will require us to use as many of the fields that we have as possible. which means we take this and we go tritium decay, like so. Then we delete all of the unnecessary things to free up the render time. There is a faster way to do it, but I'm just... If something works, then it works, okay? Okay. Then what we'll need for tritium decay is 1 proton, 2 neutrons, which effectively means 9 quarks. We need 1 electron, which will be spread out over a large area. Okay, so first things first, let's set up the scene. The scene will have to be a fair bit bigger for this to work. So right here, let's do physics frames, tritium, like this. Okay. So let's list the things. Let's list the things again. We obviously need up quarks, down quarks. Up quarks, down quarks, gluons. That's for the nucleus. Then we'll need electrons. We'll need the electromagnetic field. We will need the weak. We'll need the neutrino. Is there anything else we're missing? I don't think so. Now let's think about how we could do it that would actually make this less tedious to animate. It's not going to be perfectly accurate because effectively we're creating an universe with just a tritium atom. But basically, let me have a think. Okay, right here we have all these separate fields. What if instead of all of them having separate mathematics, we give them all the same mathematics? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to disconnect everything. We're going to add the transform geometry one. And at the very front, we'll have... No, at the very front. Neutrinos. Yeah, this will require a fair bit of reorganizing. Neutrino field will be at the very front. Then we will have the weak field next. I really should just start it at least a fair bit from scratch because this is ridiculous. Let me think. Okay, this is effectively what we have. We take a mesh line, we set its position, we do mesh to curve, curve to mesh. Do we really need this? Oh yeah, well, no, we do need this. That makes sense. Can I turn this into a group? Because that would actually work quite lovely. If I... Okay. Okay. I think I may have a bit of an idea for how to do it in a clever way. But it's going to require significant effort. Okay. Got it. So we take this. We take this right here. Then we take that. We take the index as well. We go up. Now what we do is we add a repeat node right here. And then we're going to repeat it for the number of fields, which in our case is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 fields. Then we're going to have set position, right? Join geometry, like this. Then this will go into the output. Brilliant. Then index. Beautiful. Index into combine xyz. Combine xyz. X is going that way. That's correct. Then position. Then this iteration into y. There we go. We have multiple lines. Now, this is going with a count of 10. We want a higher count, so we do integer of, for now let's do 100. Then math, divide this by the integer count. This means that right now we can increase the resolution. You can't see it all well, but we're increasing the resolution without changing distance because we've normalized the position. Then what we do is we delete. This will come in handy in a second. We delete these unnecessary anymore. Well, actually, the white one, that's kind of necessary. This one still goes in. Then we want to move it so math subtract 0.5, then multiply, and this can increase the size. Something like 20 or 10. Yep, this looks fine. There we go. Then what we need to do is we need to color them in. How are we gonna color them in a reasonable way? Well, index switch, obviously, for color. This goes in, store named attribute, and then equal, and at the same time brightness. Brightness, let's set to 5. Now all of them are gonna be white. There we go. We don't want them all to be white though. We want to plug this in right here. And then we want... If I change 0, it's gonna change the front, right? That's good. Okay. I feel like the front should be the weak interaction. Simply because the gluon and... Yeah, so first one should be... Right here should be gluon. Then it should be... Let's do up quark. Down quark. This 0, yes, then this should be 1/3, then this should be 2/3. There we go. Is it not normalized? That's the issue. It is normalized. Why is it like this then? Why is there no red? Is it because I messed up? Wait. It could be because I messed them up, yeah. Should it genuinely be at a half? But even then... Wait, no. This should be 1/3. And then at a half. Even then... Why is it green? Oh, it should so very much not be green. I could What can I do? Hyperbolic tangent. That's already normalized, there's no need. We can take a root. No, root will only go one way.
Mm-hmm.
It's in between 0 and 1, and the issue is that it's stuck around 0.5. How do we bring it to the extremes of 0 and 1? Okay, this is still going. Let me think. We want to move the points like this. Okay. Why is this so difficult? Why is this so... I mean, I could also just take the hue. Yeah, you know what? I think it's a much easier idea. Combine color. Then hue saturation value. Plug this in. Plug this into the hue. Saturation 1, value 1. And then you can just math multiply by 4. Well, that's curious. Hue doesn't loop. Oh yeah, no, hue doesn't loop. Right, which means what we need to do instead is we need to multiply by 10 and then we need to take the fraction. Behold. Works. Beautiful. Blue ones up, down. Wait, purple down, right? Yeah, purple down. Blue ones up, down. Then next we have electrons. Electromagnetic field, then electrons. Okay, so electromagnetic field is going to be also pretty simple. Because we're going to take this, we're going to separate XYZ. And we're going to do mix, color. Two of them. And then, if this goes to 1, 2/3, there we go. If this goes to 1, then it'll be yellow, shit. 1, 6. And then right here. Math multiply by -1. There we go, okay, that's a start, certainly. Then right here, we have the next one, which will be the electron, that's simple. 1, 6. Afterwards, we have the boson, which is just the same idea as right here. The only difference being that we do this, math, absolute. Neutrino will be the same as so yellow, but the only difference is that it will be way dimmer.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
That's a lot of fields.
This is all the fields. Okay, brilliant. Now all we need to do is just check if maths go in there. Okay, I'm gonna take this right here because this group right here is very convenient. And then, do we have a smart way? We might have a smart way actually to add it onto the fields. I think so, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez, this is elaborate. Really elaborate. If we do another repeat, and this time for the amount of particles, and then if we do index, not index, only integer, like so, right here, we do another integer, right? No, wait. Like this. Index switch of floating point values. And then we plug it into the height. Like so, that's correct. Then if we take this, and then, oh shit, you need position. Right, position, separate XYZ and then X. Or did I do it backwards? That's not great, not a great sign at all. Oh right, because we're setting their position right now. No, which means that in this case, what we need to do is... Well, a much easier way to do it would be just do another set position. And this time plug into an offset. There we go. We have a particle, although this should be the weak field. Oh yeah, because, okay. And we can also increase the resolution by 10 times. Possibly even by a fair bit more. There we go. We have a particle.
Okay.
Now, in order to add them in clever ways, we would like to... Shit. What do we like to do? We would like to add them. Basically, we don't want a separate field for everything. Well, no, we would like us maybe. Ah, screw it, we're just going to separate fields, it's fine. In this case, we just prefer to keep this somehow implied. Can I move this to the inside of the node group, actually? So, like, add position and separate XYZ. Not hash value, only separate XYZ. And to make it simpler, okay, there we go. Now, this doesn't do anything, that's correct. Oh, but it should already be plugged in. Well, that's not great.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it doesn't appear to be working. Oh yeah, this. It looks like it's looping just by eyeballing it. Let's see. Okay, looks fine. And then back to this. In this case, I'm going to keep this inside for now. I'm just gonna go out, gonna plug this in. Oh, because it's meant to be X. Wait, that could be the reason. Please tell me that was the reason. Yes, brilliant, because now we can delete the first input. That's good, and we can do the same thing for the, well, the second one, obviously we can actually. Better. That is just utterly and completely phenomenal. There we go. So now we can just add a particle, give it this right here, the face. We can adjust its size, which will also be important for the electromagnetic field. We would like some more control though, wouldn't we? We would like, for example, math divide by, which part divide by? This is the x? Yes, we'd like to divide the x by 4, let's say. Oh, but it's moving it to the side. That's not what we want at all. Damn it. Yes, it would move it to the side. We don't want... Wait, no, because we did it in the wrong place. Actually, we're doing mathematics, so we can just move this here for now. Then what we want is we want... size. Still the size. How is all of these the size? This? It's still the size. Oh, because sine is right here, make it, you fucking idiot. Oh, but in this case, how can I rescale it around the origin, around the middle? Okay. The top one tells us where the middle of the wave is. So what we want to do is we want to subtract it right here. Holy shit. I'm good. Alright, yes. So now this right here will let us control the wave number. Now the time isn't working. Oh yeah, because right here frame. That's fine. Okay. Brilliant. That's good, that's really good. One last thing is math multiply by there we go. Okay. Splendid. Oh, we have a switch. Okay. Now we can work on the animations.
Okay. Cool. Wait, hold on. Damn it, I set them in the wrong order here. Mm-hmm.
Slightly wrong order will happens. Okay. I guess I could just restart this and I could... That will be additional render time for not much of a reason. Up Crookfield. Can I move them later on actually? I suppose if I set an index switch for the positions, then yes, which means index switch float for the y coordinate like this. And now they are up Crookfield, down Crookfield. Okay, electron neutrino. Electron is the second. Neutrino, then strong 5 and 6. Okay, and then another thing we can do is we can take the index switch and we can just have them appear one by one. That would also look like something. I go to 0 actually. Would there be a problem? Oh, doesn't feel like it, that's good. So we take this, in the multiply we all these to 0. Oh yeah, but the orders are fucked up. First the 5th one. Then. Or actually, yeah, we could have it just stretch out like crazy. No, that's the 10. I feel like that's more reasonable. No, brilliant. And my other blender is dying. 5840. That should be the last, correct? Hope. Oh, this one will render quick enough. This one has only 4 samples, which on the very beginning will look terrible, but later on it will be a fair bit better. Actually, we could do it in a different way that would make this look even better, which is... let me off real quick. Yeah, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have all of these. So it's 5, then 4, then 2, 0, then 6, then 3, then 1, 4, 2, 0, would look much better. Render animation. Think, how else can I speed this up? I don't know, we just need to wait. After that, we'll have the Higgs, which will go on the loop, and that should be it. I think. Yeah. Just hitting me how absolutely unnecessary the excitations in the field are in this case. I could have just done it with particles represent as spheres. Well, no, I mean, no, I suppose for the anti-particle annihilation it makes a fair bit of sense. Also for how gluons can, yeah, maybe it could be a bit illuminating to some people. There we go. See how the other one is. Okay, it takes 30 seconds. We still have 13 left, which means 6.5 minutes, if my math does me well. Then past this, it's just going to be a lot of editing of the same thing, which is good. Then appearance, right?
Oh. What are the... Are the things on the left like stacked on top of each other?
Yeah.
Why?
They're meant to represent antiparticles.
Oh, I put them there. And there are only those 4?
No, it's just there's no point extending them. We'll get too crowded.
Okay. Sure, I guess. Back to this fucking game.
I need to wait for the animations. Got nothing better to do.
Wanna play some Terraria?
No, Terraria would be too intensive at this point.
Oh. You wanna play some... Okay. Alright. Wanna play something else, maybe?
What am I supposed
I
to
just
play?
done. Sorry, what?
What am I supposed to play that would be light enough to not slow down my renders?
Oh, you want some of the fucking... Okay. All right, buddy. I guess whatever.
I guess I could play some chess. I don't know. That's not an idea.
Yeah, I was thinking it too, but I thought you're gonna say no anyway.
I'm a beginner. Am I supposed to play as guest? Yeah. Hmm.
I don't know what ever the pieces are. And it's fucking damn it.
Hmm.
What?
go. Same for the other. Right here we have the Higgs, which means we're going to have. Should I make animation of the Higgs? I like the idea of it just being static. 900 plus 1. So this will mean effectively just us adding the color like this. How do you look? Yeah, as expected, that's good. Render animation. Now we can edit this. Um, Hold on, actually, okay, yeah, strange spawn was good.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay. And now once again, just need to wait for a little bit to render.
Okay. Mm. Hello?
Yep, what's up?
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry. What happened?
I misplayed. No, well, the animation's rendered.
Okay.
Of course, a single don't work. I just snatched a draw from the jaws of defeat. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, in this case, what we need is stand proton, right? Correct? Non-neutron. Okay, 2 up quirk, single down quirk. Which means right here, what we need to do is we need to take our. Oh wait, where's our node? Damn it. Feel strong with maths. There we go. Sometimes it takes 3 tries to copy a node. And then up quirk, down quirk. The gluon, then we have the up and down. Alright, which means we're going to need gluon, then. Okay, so on up, we're going to have 2 of them. Minus 1/3, minus 1/3, 1/3, there we go. Then go. Next downfield will look like this. And then on the gluon field, what we'll need is we'll need them to be smaller. So because they're bosons, so might as well. No, I should change the wave. This is, which one's the size? This one's the size. Okay, 0.4 should be fine. And then this one will be difficult because we effectively will need. Repeat. We need the same amount of gluons as connections between the quirks, which means that we'll need an n factorial gluons. Shit. Okay. So now let's start with 3 and let's try to work with this. Math.
Well.
Plug this in. Now we want their position to oscillate ideally, which means value frame, then math divide by 40. Then if we plug into fraction, I mean, we get yes. Okay. We get 0 to 1. Then if we take this, if we multiply it by 2 times pi, like so. Okay. Then plug it into sine, and then plug it as the position. Brilliant. Then add 1, divide by 2. Brilliant. And then we can do mix like this. And then index switch, both with floats. And just like that, we have a system in which we select the first, we selected the 2 points between which we want them to oscillate. So we want it to oscillate between 0 and 1.3. between minus 1.3 and 0, and then between minus 1.3 and 1.3, like this. Right here we can actually do 1.3 and... Well, no, right here we can do 0 and minus 1.3 just to mess it up a bit. It'd be a bit... There we go. Yeah, that's a problem. The issue will be later on when we'll have 9 quirks, because that will be 9 factorial, correct? That's a much higher number. Fortunately, this is just basic mathematics, so Blender shouldn't really slow down by this. But that is still... Oh, holy shit, never mind. Yeah, no. Also, we need to do it in a more clever way. Basically, we can do a single index in which... Wait, it wouldn't be 9 factorial. No. Because 3 factorial is 6, and right here we have 3. Yeah, because we don't care about... Okay. Which means we could do a single index switch. That single index switch could just hold all the positions of the quarks, and then we could have it pick... Yeah, I can make something. I can certainly make something.
You're going to make it?
Although we would probably want this entire thing to be larger, because I don't see how well we're going to fit. Yeah, no, this sucks. I don't see how well we're going to fit the quirks. Let's make the quirks smaller as well. And give them less sprawl. So here's what we can... Okay, I'm gonna keep this for now, but we're going to do 0.7 instead of... There we go. Okay. Higgs is almost finished as well, that's nice. I'm pretty enough that the Higgs will need to loop the Higgs, but still. Okay, we're gonna just do it simply-ish enough. Okay, but first I need to wait for this. Welcome back, Bayonet. How you doing? What were you doing? Why are you gone? I got worried, you know. I had to go eat dinner. Nah, now you made me hungry. I don't have any food.
Yeah.
I've run out. I have a little bit of rice left, but...
How did you make our man here hungry?
Okay, we do this, we move 40 to the side, and then this will be... We take these two, right here, we move them down. So. The issue is that it will look like garbage on the very beginning, because lack of samples with the light that we have over there, it's really not going to be pretty. My brother is cooking at the family old lady and has been planning to go into culinary school. Oh, good for you then. Holy shit.
Ooh.
Having someone cook for you who wants to go to culinary school. Good for you. There we go. If we're rendering only one of them at a time, then we can do it in 6 seconds, which is really, really good. You really got me hungry, but let me check if I have something to eat. Cornflakes. Terrible.
Yeah. I messed up.
I'll contact Sophie. Okay. You don't know what? This live stream is too boring. It's getting way too boring. And I can't make this interesting because it's effectively waiting simulator. So
Don't say you have to make stream interesting.
I do, that's kind of my job. That's kind of literally what the job is. That's
No.
That's how it works.
You make
So,
zero money from streaming. That's not your job.
You're part of it. So, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go be rendering this in the background. Wait, did I mess it up? Holy shit, I did. Thank goodness I've conned to that. I plugged them in backwards. I just realized that the colors were off. There we go.
Also, isn't like half your streams incredibly boring too? You know?
Fucking ouch. I'm going.
I
That's it.
mean...
Next time will be hopefully better because next time the video will be finished. The video will be out in about a couple of hours. And for now, that'll be it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.